everyone, and welcome back to your Daily Dose of Science with the Asheville Museum of Science. My name is Abby, and today we're going to be talking about velocity, and we're going to do that using paper airplanes. Today is National Paper Airplane Day. Who would have thought? I included the template, or like the different types of origami airplanes attached as a PDF, so you can follow along and use some of their designs. So I have 3 different types here, and what we're going to do is we are going to throw them down our runway, and we are going to use a tape measure to see how far they went, and then we are also going to be timing their amount of time in flight, and we will use that to do a little math and calculate the velocity to see which design is the most practical or the fastest airplane for us. Let's get started. All right, here is our runway, and we have a timer set. This is our first plane. This is like the traditional, good old-fashioned paper airplane. Not too far. Did we stop the timer? Alrighty, paper airplane number 2. Let's get the timer set. Hold on, I think I have to maintain consistency, we are going to throw with the same throwing hand down our runway. Okay, I don't know, that hit that. All right, we made the executive decision to not count the airplane flight if it hits the house. So here we go again. This is trial 1 for airplane number 2. Oh, it went right down there. All right, we're gonna try airplane number 2 one more time. Try 1, airplane 2. There we go. All right, excuse me, ma'am, you're in the runway. I need you to back up. I'm trying to launch some planes. All right, we have plane number 3. I got my money on this guy. He looks very aerodynamic. Okay, here we go. Trial 1 for plane 3. That was incredibly lame. Don't worry, we forgot to time it, so we get to go again. Airplane number 3, trial 1. All right, so we can see that airplane number 3 went the farthest, but let's see who went the fastest. All right, so I recorded, I did 3 trials, so you can see I made 3 little charts with my plane number, the distance in inches, and I rounded to the nearest inch, and the amount of time it took in seconds. So I did all 3 trials, and what I'm going to do is use this formula, velocity, which is equal to distance over time. So I'm going to use that equation by plugging in these numbers, and I'm going to find an average a velocity for each plane for each trial. All right, so I finished trial 1 for plane 1, and what I'm going to do now is average all these. So you can see that to calculate the velocity, I took the distance that plane 1 traveled in the first chart, and then I divide that by the amount of seconds. So I got 144.7 inches per second is how fast my plane 1 was going, trial 1. And you can see I did that for the rest of the trials. And now we are going to take the average. So when we take the average, we add up all of our numbers and divide it by the number of numbers we have. So we had 3 trials, so we're going to divide it by 3. And our average for plane 1 on all 3 trials was 132.4 inches per second. So now we're going to do the same math for the other 2 planes. All right, and after you have calculated and done all of your math for all 3 planes and all 3 trials, and you've averaged your numbers, you can see which plane went the fastest. And I was correct in my prediction that plane number 3 would be the fastest, and it was by quite a bit. So try this at home and see if you guys can calculate the velocity of different types of paper airplanes or any aircraft that you can make, and send it on in to us. You'll be featured in our newsletter.